gotta tell you guys about the air pump again, and the water pump, and of course it's gonna be noisy. I'm gonna try to talk over it. You can see I've got it running now, but what I wanted to tell you is what happened. Because of how I have it rigged up, it's drawing from, you know, a little bit lower in the pond. It's happened to lift about, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet, which is nothing for this pump normally, but it's happened to push vertically up from where the pump's at down there, up to where the hose is discharging over here. It's close to, I'm gonna say close to 20 vertical feet, not to mention the horizontal run, which of course adds effective back pressure. So what happened is when the pump shuts itself off, last night I let it run out of gas, it's got a leak. The hose connections just aren't that tight. So water slowly starts running back out of this portion of the hose. But also a big portion of the hose stays full of water. When you go to start the pump back up, it immediately wants to push that water, but water has also bled back in the suction hose, so it gets an air pocket. Well, then the problem is it's trying to push water, to suck water from the pond, it has to push water out. And it can't do that because of the compressibility of the air. It's just sitting there pushing against the air bubble. So for the pump, about that kink in the hose there was all full of air, and then it couldn't push the slug of water that was in this whole line here. So what I did to fix it is the fill port right there on top. Normally you'd think, well, when you're wanting to draw suction, don't open the fill port. But what happened was, again, the whole thing was airlocked. And so I opened that fill port just ever so slowly, and as you do, you can kind of wiggle it, and you'll hear it start hissing air out. And so once it gets to where it's hissing air, make sure you keep your hand on it so it doesn't blow out, because that's what it actually did to me. It shot a geyser up. Even on low idle, it shoots a fountain 10 feet in the air. So anyway, I let it go, just hiss air until it blew water out. And then once it does that, of course, you know that your air bubble is cleared. So then thread your cap back down, and once that air bubble's been cleared, then your pump's gonna be fine, and then it'll start to actually push water out again and start to draw water up through the suction hose like it's supposed to. So just wanted to cover that. Boy, shoe. I gotta find the boy's shoe. Could have swore he just had it. There it is. So anyway, like I said, once you clear that air bubble, then it'll work. But I just wanted to cover that because it had me stumped for a second. I was thinking maybe my suction hose had a hole in it and that it was sucking air somehow, which I guess it kind of does have a hole, because that, again, that cam lock fitting isn't super tight. They'll sit there and weep water once the pump shuts off. So it does kind of have an effective hole, but not one that it can't overcome. So the bigger issue at play was really just the big air bubble in the line. Once I cleared that, man, the pump kicked right off and we're running strong.